Well, her name was Lil and she was a beauty. She lived in a house of ill repute. Gentlemen came from miles to see Lillian in her vis-a-vis. She was comely and she was fair, and she had lovely golden hair, but she drank too deep of the demon rum. She smoked hashish and opium. Yeah, she smoked hashish and opium. Well, day by day her cheeks grew thinner from insufficient protein in her. She grew deep hollows in her chest. Why, she had to go around completely dressed. Now clothes may make a girl go far, but they've got no place on a fille de joie. Lillian's trouble started when she concealed her abdomen. She concealed her abdomen. Well, she took 2 treatments in the sun, and she drank up Scott's emulsion. 3 times daily she ate yeast. Still her clientele decreased, for you must know her clientele rested chiefly on her belly. She rolled that thing like the deep Pacific. It was something calorific. Why, it was something calorific. So she went to the house physician to prescribe for her condition. Well, you have got, the doctor did say, pernicious anemia. Well, Lillian lay in her dishonor. She felt the devil's hand upon her. She said, my sins I now repent. Satan, that'll cost you 50 cents. That's gonna cost you just 50 cents. I was a serving maid down in Drury Lane. My master, he was good to me. My mistress was the same. When along come a sailor on shore at liberty, and out to my wow he took liberty with me, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb a rigging like his daddy used to do. It was at a ball I met him. He asked me for a dance. I knew he was a sailor by the way he wore his pants. His shoes was neatly polished and his hair was neatly combed. After the ball was over, he asked to see me on, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb the rigging like his daddy used to do. He asked me for an handkerchief to tie around his head. He asked me for a candle to light his way to bed. I, a foolish maiden, not thinking it no harm, I jumped into the sailor's bed to keep the sailor warm, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb the rigging like his daddy used to do. I knowed he was no Samson, but that night he went to town. He laid me on the bed there till my blue eyes turned to brown. And early in the morning, before the break of day, a £12 note he gave me and some warning words that say, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb the rigging like his daddy used to do. He said, take this, my darling, for the damage I have done. You may have a daughter, you may have a son. If you have a daughter, jounce her on your knee. And if you have a son, send the bastard out to say, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb the rigging like his daddy used to do. Now listen all you maidens to my girlish plea. Don't never let a sailor get his hand upon your knee. I trusted one once and he put off to sea and left me with a daughter to bounce upon my knees, singing a bell-bottom trousers, coats of navy blue. Let him climb the rigging like his daddy used to do. All in the green bushes young Mary lay a-sleeping, when all of a sudden the sergeant come a-creeping with his whack-fal-de-diddle-day-do and his whack-fal-de-diddle-day. A few months went by. Young Mary, she grew bolder and wished that the sergeant would come and do it over with his whack-fal-de-diddle-dido and his whack-fal-de-diddle-day. A few months went by. Young Mary, she grew fatter, and all of the neighbors were wondering who'd been at her with his whack-fal-de-diddle-dido and his whack-fal-de-diddle-day. A few months went by and young Mary burst asunder, and out popped the little sergeant with a regimental number and a whack-fal-de-diddle-dido and a whack-fal-de-diddle-day. Oh, young ladies, take warning, be sure to keep from under the spell of the sergeant. Your virtue he will plunder with his whack-fal-de-diddle-dido, his whack-fal-de-diddle-day. Old Joe Clark, preacher's son, and preached all o'er the plain. Highest text he ever took was High-Low Jack the Game. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. I wish I was an apple hanging on a tree. Every time a true love pass, she'd take a bite of me. Oh, it's fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. I wish I had a bushel, I wish I had a pick. I wish I had a pretty gal with her arms around my neck. It's fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. I wish I was a cherry branch hanging in the town. Every time a true love pass, I'd shake her cherry down. It's a fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. Higher up on the cherry tree, sweeter grows the cherry. More you hug and kiss the gals, the more they want to marry. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. I went down old Joe's house, old Joe wasn't home. Jumped in bed with old Joe's wife, broke her tuck and comb. With a fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. When I was a little boy, I liked to play with knives. Now that I'm a grown-up man, it's other fellas' wives. It's fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. She climbed up the apple tree, I climbed up the gum. I never seed a pretty gal, but what I loved her some. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old Joe Clark, time you're getting on. Around her neck she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it in the springtime and in the month of May. And if you asked her why the hell she wore it for a soldier who was far, far away. Far away, far away. She wore it for a soldier who was far, far away. Around her waist she wore a yellow girdle. She wore it in the springtime and in the month of May. And if you asked her why the hell she wore it for a soldier who was far, far away. Far away, far away. She wore it for a soldier who was far, far away. Behind the door her father kept a shotgun. He kept it in the springtime and in the month of May. And if you asked him why the hell he kept it for a soldier who was far, far away. Far away, far away. He kept it for a soldier who was far, far away. Around the block she wheeled a baby carriage. She wheeled it in the springtime and in the month of May. And if you asked her why the hell she wheeled it for a soldier who was far, far away. Far away, far away. Why, she wheeled it for a soldier who was far, far away. Well, it was Saturday night and I come home as drunk as I can be. And there was this horse in the stable where no horse ought to be. So I turned to my wife and I said unto she, tell me, honey, what's that horse a-doing there where no horse ought to be? Oh, you blind fool, you stupid fool, you fool, why can't you see? That's nothing but a milk cow your mother sent to me. Oh, many miles have I traveled, 1,000 miles or more, but a milk cow with a saddle on I never saw before. Well, it was Saturday night and I come home, I was buzzing like a bee. And there was this hat on a hat rack where no hat ought to be. So I turned to my wife and I said unto she, tell me, honey, what's that hat on the hat rack where my hat ought to be? Oh, you blind fool, you stupid fool, you fool, why can't you see? That ain't nothing but a chamber pot my mama gave to me. Oh, many miles have I traveled, 1,000 miles or more, but a chamber pot size 6 7/8 I never saw before. It was Saturday night and I come home drunk as I can be. And there was this coat on a coat rack where my coat ought to be. So I turned to my wife and I said unto she, tell me, honey, what's that coat a-doing there where my coat ought to be? Oh, you blind fool, you stupid fool, you fool, why can't you see? Tain't nothing but a blanket my mother gave to me. Ha! Many miles have I traveled, 1,000 miles or more, but a blanket with some buttons on I never saw before. Well, it was Saturday night and I come home happy as can be. And there was this head on the pillow where no head ought to be. So I turned to my wife and I said unto she, tell me, honey, what's that head a-doing there where my head ought to be? Oh, you blind fool, you stupid fool, you fool, why can't you see that's nothing but a baby my mother left for me? Ha! Many miles have I traveled, 1,000 miles or more, but a baby with a mustache on I never saw before. As I walked out one evening, 'twas on a knight's career, I met a pretty fire ship and towards her I did steer. I hoisted up my signal, which she did quickly view, and when she saw my bunting up, she immediately hove to. She had a dark and roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. A nice girl, a decent girl, but one of the rakish kind. Excuse me, sir, said she to me, for being out so late. If my parents knew of this, oh sad would be my fate. My daddy is a minister, a good and righteous man. My mother is a Methodist, I do the best I can. She had a dark and roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. A nice girl, a decent girl, but one of the rakish kind. I took her to a tavern, I treated her with wine. A little did I think that she was of the rakish kind. I handled her, I dandled her, much to my surprise. Turned out she was a pirate ship rigged up in this disguise. She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. She was a nice girl, a decent girl, but one of the rakish kind. Listen, all you sailor men that sail upon the sea, beware of them, their fire ships, one was the ruin of me. Beware of them, steer clear of them, they'll be the death of you. 'Twas there I had my mizzen sprung, and my strong box broken through. She had a dark and a roving eye, and her hair hung down in ringlets. A nice girl, a decent girl, but one of the rakish kind. In the hills of West Virginia lived a girl named Nancy Brown. She was the finest filly for many miles around. The deacon come a-visiting the valley from below. He almost reached the summit, but no further would she go. And she come rolling down the mountain, rolling down the mountain. She come rolling down the mountain, shouting no. And she didn't give the deacon that there thing that he was seeking. She remained as pure as West Virginia snow. Well, along come a trapper with his phrases sweet and kind. Took Nancy up the mountain, but at last she read his mind. And she come rolling down the mountain, rolling down the mountain. She come rolling down the mountain, piggyback. She remained, as I have stated, not one whit contaminated. She remained as pure as Pappy's Applejack. Well, along come a drummer and he wooed her with a song. He took her to the mountains, but she still know right from wrong. And she come rolling down the mountain, rolling down the mountain. She come rolling down the mountain, breathing scorn. And she left her bold companion to the coyotes in the canyon. She remained as pure as West Virginia corn. Well, along come a city slicker with his $100 bills. Took Nancy in his Cadillac and kept her in the hills. And so she stayed up in the mountain, stayed up in the mountain. Oh, she stayed up in the mountain all that night. She returned next morning early, more a woman than a girlie, and her pappy kicked the hussy out of sight. Now she's living in the city, living in the city. She is living in the city, mighty swell. She is dancing, she is dining on her panties, she's reclining, and the West Virginia hills can go to hell. And the West Virginia hills can go to hell.